The episode kicks off on Pabu, where the batch receive a hologram transmission from Fijinoa. This is Crosshair's first time meeting her, and she tells him that she's acquired information regarding certain bounty hunters who have retrieved M-count targets for the Empire, and therefore may know some details concerning Hemlock's experiments. Hunter states that they've run into a few in the past, and Omega recommends contacting Fennec Shand. Despite being untrustworthy of Fennec, Hunter and Wrecker decide to track her down, while Omega and Crosshair stay on Pabu, where throughout the episode, Omega helps Crosshair try to figure out the issue with his hand, which has been causing him to miss his shots. Hunter and Wrecker arrive at a fairly chaotic and tumultuous bar where they confront a composed Fennec Shand sitting at a nearby table, sipping away at her beverage. Fennec of course remembers them from their encounter in Season 1 and slyly asks how Omega's been doing, before stating that it'll cost them a lot for the intel they seek. She continues by saying that she herself hasn't turned in any of these M-count bounties, but knows someone who has. This is interesting because the episode later ends with a cliffhanger where we see her make contact with the person she's likely referring to here. My theory is that it's likely Asajj Ventress, as we know she becomes a bounty hunter during the Clone Wars, and we see her in the trailer. Though at the same time we also see Cad Bane in the trailer. Fennec then states that if they want to speak with this person, they must first help her catch a lucrative bounty on an elusive bounty hunter who took out multiple top bosses for the Haxian Brood, a very cool reference to Jedi Fallen Order. The bounty hunter in question goes by the name Sylar Saris, and he hides out in a safe house on a murky planet with traps set around the territory. Before we continue with the mission, however, as I mentioned earlier, Omega helps Crosshair attempt to discover the root of the problem concerning Crosshair's shaky hand. After AZ performs a physical examination, he comes to the conclusion that it is not a physical problem, but perhaps all in Crosshair's head, and if he were to further detail the experiments the Empire performed on him at Tantus, then maybe AZ could be of further assistance, though an agitated Crosshair would get up and walk away, leaving Omega and Badger behind. In the meantime, Fennec leads Hunter and Wrecker towards the location of the aforementioned safe house, aboard a small boat across a shallow lake. We also learn that the air is deadly to humans, so they must keep their helmets on. Using his tracking and sensory skills, Hunter detects a mine of sorts in the water, leading to him and Wrecker cautiously entering the water to disarm several mines blocking the path. It's important to note Fennec's warning about the water and how she wouldn't enter it if she didn't have to, which is why she sends Hunter and Wrecker to disarm said mines. On this topic, the three of them would soon be swarmed by alligator-esque creatures, though they managed to thwart this attack after some shooting from Fennec and Hunter, and Wrecker just manhandling them per usual. The scene transitions back to Pabu, where we witness Crosshair trying to improve his aim, and Omega approaches him and states that perhaps there is a way that can help Crosshair, though he may not like it. Funnily enough, Crosshair even admits that there's not much he does like. Omega suggests trying something she learned from Gungi on Kashyyyk: simple meditation. This leads to the two sitting atop a cliff under the sunset, where Omega helps Crosshair feel at peace, the two further strengthening their bond. Moving back to Hunter and Wrecker, the pair along with Fennec finally arrive at the safe house, and Hunter and Wrecker confront Sylar while Fennec stays on the boat. Sylar manages to seemingly flee underground, but this is simply a trick which works on Hunter and Wrecker, who inform Fennec. Fennec leaves the boat to check it out, and as she does, Sylar sneaks aboard the boat, only to find that Fennec preemptively disabled it. The three manage to stun and outwitted Sylar and bring him back to the port in orbit in order to receive the bounty reward, all of which goes to Fennec. Fennec says to a disappointed Hunter and Wrecker that she doesn't have the information on her but can get it for them, stating that she'll be in touch. As I mentioned earlier, the episode ends with Fennec contacting someone, telling them that she worked with 2 clones, asking about M-count bounties. She says that she's certain her contact can track down Clone Force 99 easily enough, sending them information on said clones. Now, I think this might be Ventress or even Cad Bane, but it could potentially also be Sid, which sounds a little far-fetched, but we'll have to wait until next week to find out. Regardless, I think we'll definitely either see Bane or Ventress as the batch continue learning more about Tantus, Hemlock, and his experiments. Anyhow, I'm hyped for next week, and I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. Have a great day. See ya.